Welcome to the podcast, have a seat. Lay your feet up and take a beat. Getting your attention cause I wanna catch 'em all. Digging what you got like I'm playing volleyball. Got me all excited that we're about to start. Get your questions out cause it's time to question Mark.
Welcome everybody to the Question Mark podcast, where we have more questions than answers. I'm your host, Marc Lee. Let me find this. There you go. And in the guest hot seat tonight, we have the real Drew Adams. Welcome.
Thank you.
And in our moderator seat, we have May. And if you guys do have questions or comments, she is going to be reading that, and she will be filtering the chat personally. So we don't see chat, but she does. So if you guys want to say something, ask something, it goes through her. On that note, how are you feeling tonight?
Great, Mark. How are you?
I'm good.
Didn't you just get off work?
I did. I had time to go home and eat a little dinner and change out of my uniform.
That's good. That's
Your
good.
suit?
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
It's a uniform.
Imagine if you came in here with a suit. I
would laugh so hard. I don't know why.
Best dressed in the room, right?
I'd be like, I'm dressed. I feel dressed down for my own show.
I'm underdressed for your own podcast.
Oh, man. But I just wanted to remind everybody watching, if you do have an Amazon Prime account, you do have a free Prime Twitch subscription every month. So if you want to support the podcast with that free subscription, please click the subscribe button at twitch.tv/ggMarcLee. That's ggMarcLee. Just make sure you link your Amazon account to your Twitch account.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
It looks really weird right now because you guys look like the same height.
Oh, no.
Drew is
We're
like
not.
a giant.
Trust me, we're not.
No, we're not. I think it's because he's slouched and I'm like trying to
Should I sit up? Is this better for everybody?
Just in case
man,
anyone
that's
wants
good.
to know, Drew is like 7 feet
Yeah.
tall.
Calm down. 6'4". 6'4".
Same thing.
just sit comfortable. I say,
Yeah.
you have longer legs than I do. That's why. So that's why
They get
it's
in the
like
way
that.
sometimes. What do you want me to do?
So on that note, let's go ahead and go to our icebreaker. All right. So this fuck, marry, kill. This one actually comes from Cassandra. So at Kanga_Rude. That's KANGA_RUDE. And that's on Instagram. This one's a bit different. I know you've heard the ones previously.
Yeah.
This one's very different.
You're going to save this one for me, of course, right? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
it's exactly why. I know we know each other, so I save these weird ones for, the ones that I like to get into it with people.
Okay.
So the three are Tony the Tiger, the Kool-Aid Man,
Oh, yeah.
and Chester Cheetos.
Chester Cheetos.
Yes. So I'll give you an out. Do you want me to go first, or you got your answer?
They're like all in the same category in a way, though.
Yeah.
Like they're just. I go first. I don't
okay.
care.
Go ahead. Okay.
I gotta kill Kool-Aid guy.
Oh, really?
I can't live with the breaking through a wall every 10 minutes. I can't live with that. That's
okay. That's
No.
fair. That's fair.
Tony the Tiger.
He's just dying right now.
I gotta marry Tony.
Okay.
I feel like he's more of a supportive role.
I get that.
You know what I mean?
He
He's
literally
there
has one scene.
He's there to uplift you, though.
No, Kool-Aid. No, the Kool-Aid Man
Chester
has.
Cheeto.
Tony the Tiger doesn't have. He could talk. He just says that's great a lot.
That's
That's
he
what I need to
says.
hear. Hey, I took out the
Literally all
trash.
he says.
That's great. Hey, I got the groceries. That's great.
So supportive.
That's what I need. I need someone
It's like
to
a dump. That's great.
and then I gotta Chester Cheeto gotta get down. You know what I mean?
Okay. So you'd put down Chester Cheetos.
I'm gonna lock it in.
Oh
Final
no.
answer.
Oh no. You said you'd kill Kool-Aid
Kill
Man.
Kool-Aid Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm doing the The oh yeah thing. What if I'm like in the middle of a shower or something like that? And, you know, bust through the wall. Oh yeah. I'm like, no, bro.
But what if it's like, you know, you're in bed, you're like, oh yeah, yeah, you know, you're doing something right,
No, bro. It's a jar of juice. It's a pitcher of juice.
He comes wet.
Oh my God.
What? You can't give me people. You gotta give me. There's no right answer to any of these. None of them.
You know what? And I was just like, when Cassandra submitted this, I was just like, oh God, I gotta find someone to do this one. Yeah.
Okay. Good for her. Good for her. She thought outside the box. You know.
All right. So I'll go with mine. Mine's a little bit different. I would actually kill off Chester Cheetos.
Bruh.
It's too cool.
He's spicy.
It's too cool.
You don't want cool people around?
And I'm basically going off their products and what I would want. Because, you know, when you have them, you have their products, right?
Bro, I didn't even think about that.
See?
Because Cheetos are good, right?
Cheetos are good, but
Dude, they gave me heartburn like nobody's business.
because the cheese. So that's why I was just like, I got to kill him because, you know, he's not bad. He's bad for my health.
Yeah, but
I mean, the other ones are
isn't?
the other ones are sugar.
Sugar water.
I'd rather die from diabetes than heart issues.
Okay.
All right, so I'm killing Chester Cheetos. I'm like you said, I'm fucking Kool-Aid Man. You're killing him. I'm fucking him though, just because, you know, I like that. Oh yeah.
You want the oh yeah?
I want the oh yeah.
But in a deep masculine voice, you want
Doesn't matter. I'm doing something right. He's telling, you know. But I am wifing up Tony the Tiger. So
yeah, like words of encouragement, right?
exactly. You know, he's always positive. You know, his cereal's good.
Never had it.
You never had Frosted Flakes.
Never had Frosted Flakes.
Oh.
I've eaten 2 cereals in my lifetime: Lucky Charms and Trix.
And you've never wanted to try anything else?
Nah, bro. I don't like cereal.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No.
So what do you usually have for breakfast?
I usually skip it.
Oh.
Maybe I'll have a granola bar and that's it, and then go right into lunch.
Okay.
Wonder you're skinny.
Yeah.
It's not healthy.
It's well,
I
yeah.
know, but still, you don't.
Well, I mean,
eat.
it's fasting, right? It's healthy.
Yeah.
But no, I don't like eating. It's a waste of time.
You don't
money.
like eating?
No.
Oh,
It
that's
explains a lot.
yeah.
I don't like. If I could go through life and not eat and still get the nutrition I need, I mean, sign me up. Sign me up.
Just hook up like an IV.
Yeah, or like a pill. Like every morning, take a pill, and then you're good for the day. You don't get hungry. You don't crave nothing. You're just set.
Why don't you do like you know, those protein shakes where you're just like it gets your vitamins.
I don't like to drink my meals.
Oh, I see. Okay,
You know
so
what I
you'd
mean?
rather
Like,
eat the meals, but
If I have to do one,
Yeah,
I'll
you do.
eat. I
I
don't
see.
like meals that are liquid, like
Oh, okay.
smoothies and protein shake. Nah. I'm sorry.
so I know we just talked about this on tell me about a little bit. You were telling me earlier, but you know, for everybody in the chat.
For everyone.
Yeah. So you said your wife was kind of scared for you to come on.
Yes, 100%. She's nervous for me
And why is that?
because I just talk, like ramble,
Uh-huh.
and I say some interesting stuff. And she's like, "Hey, you have kids, and one day they might see this, so just make sure to leave some of your opinions to yourself because they ain't right."
No, you know what? I'm like that sometimes too. That's why I like texting more because I can formulate what I
Right.
want to say.
I like texting more, but I'm bad at it.
Oh, really?
Like I'm bad grammar and like texting skills. So it's like I'd rather have a conversation, but yeah, I just start
I
rambling.
feel like you don't have to have the best grammar when you text.
People
though.
get it. People understand, right?
Exactly. It's just I feel like if I'm talking to them and like say we're on a phone call and I say something wrong, I can't go back.
You can't go back. Yeah, but also once you send the message, it's out there.
Exactly.
And then it's locked in.
That's true. So when you say it, they're not necessarily recording.
Right.
But if you
But they're always
text
going to
it,
have that in writing in a
they'll
way.
have it in writing.
Yep.
And black and white always wins.
Yep.
So that's it. Yeah, I see that. I see that.
Both sides.
Yeah. So let's get into knowing about you a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay. So let's start with how old are you and where were you born?
Where or when?
Where?
Because that would indicate the same question. How old I am.
No, yeah. So did I say when?
I don't know. I thought-
Okay. So how
Testing.
old are you and where were you born?
I think I'm 32.
Okay.
No, I'm 31.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 31. I went like my whole life of being 30, not knowing I was 30.
Once you reach a certain age, you don't have to keep track anymore.
Right. And I was like, my wife one day is like, oh, what did you say? And I'm like, oh, I'm 30. She's like, you're 31. I'm like, I just missed my whole 30s, or what's the deal? No, I'm 31. I was born in Fallbrook, California.
Oh, okay.
Here locally.
So after Fallbrook, what cities did it take for you to come down here? So what was your moving?
Fallbrook,
like?
I was born there because there's the only hospital in the area, and we live in Temecula,
okay.
Murrieta. And I've been Temecula, Murrieta my whole life. I moved to Vista at one point in my late 20s for 2 years, probably 2 years, and then came back down to Temecula.
And what was that for? Why'd you move?
My wife works up there in Carlsbad, and
okay.
the commute was really stressing on everything. So we decided to make the move, and I would commute because I'm going against traffic. She was with traffic both ways. And we just said, let's move to Vista and check that out for a bit.
Okay. And what made you settle down in Temecula?
Want to buy a house, and prices compared to here were big difference, as you know.
At the time, especially.
At the time, this was 3 years ago. And we're like, okay, we're going to have kids. We were pregnant at the time. And I'm like, realistically, you're going to go to part-time, if not work at all. So why would I commute? We might as well buy bigger, get better in Temecula, and you're going to stop driving when our child is born.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And what year did you graduate, and what school did you graduate
I graduated in 2008.
Okay.
And I was actually homeschooled. So
What?
Yeah.
It explains a lot.
A lot, right? Right?
So you actually graduated early?
No.
No?
Oh, wait. What was that?
Is that okay? Because you're
supposed to be 09?
Yeah, because you're 31, right?
Well, if I graduate early, then I'm a genius, I guess. Head of my class.
I'm 33 this year.
Okay.
And I graduated 07.
Oh, so maybe
So
I
that
did.
means-
Maybe I did graduate in 09. I don't know.
You don't
He was homeschooled. How would he know?
But like, is that important to like know that you graduated? Like,
Well, no, because I was just like, that means you graduated early. That means you finish your stuff early and whatnot.
nah, bro, I didn't finish that.
So were you homeschooled your whole life?
I think I started getting homeschooled when I was 3rd grade.
And what was the reason behind that?
Mostly my parents just didn't like schools, I guess.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Sorry if I could have you move your mic a bit closer. Yeah.
hello.
Because there's a kind of dip in.
Oh, and the
yeah.
I guess they just didn't like public schools or something like that. And my mom was a stay-at-home mom, so she was able to teach us. And I don't know, I'm extremely dyslexic, like terribly dyslexic, and I think that affected my education a lot. And there wasn't really much curriculum out there for that. So
At the time,
I was behind in a lot of categories because I just got skipped, I guess.
So are you like that's actually medically written down where it's just like you are?
I've never like gone and got like tested for it, but like proof's in the pudding. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know the difference between a B and a D. Like, you know what I mean? To this day, I'm like, I don't know, like in a P and a 9 or a Q. And I'm like, bro, I don't know.
I see.
Like, to this day, I ask my wife, how do you spell this? And she's like, you ask me this like every day. And I'm like, I still don't know it. You know?
That's interesting.
Yeah. That's all I know. It's not like I was like up until high school and then got homeschooled from there. Like, I don't know the difference. Like, we were still a group. Like, there's still like a high school, I don't know, homeschool group where we'd get together twice a week and do activities. And like, I went to like a school to do certain classes. Like I went and did a math class there, and I did sign language and stuff like that. So I still had classroom environment, but it just wasn't for every subject every day.
Yeah. So did you do any, cause I have a friend that actually did homeschool as well. And he actually still participated in extracurricular activities like sports. Did you do that during?
I did not. You could go through like an ISB group through a high school where you'd get like schooling from the high school, but you would do it at your house.
Yeah.
And then you could be, I don't know, whatever. You could do their sports. But in high school, I did not do any sports. I did karate. I did martial arts for the longest time.
How many years of that?
I started when I was 7 or 8 and did it all the way up to like 22.
What belt are you?
I have my 2nd degree black belt.
Wow.
Kick your ass, Marc.
I'm not trying to
Are
test
you really?
it.
Yeah. So I did karate for the whatever 12, 15 years. I did jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, weapons training. I taught karate for a number of years.
Really? See, this is, this
is why you do this, because this is
exactly.
not. You don't ask me these random questions when we're hanging out, because it's like
we're only playing volleyball.
Exactly.
So
it's mostly yelling at each other. You know what I mean? Arguing.
Mostly from across the net.
Mostly. So
what made you get into volleyball?
I was at the gym. Just working out with my brother, just chilling one night. I was like probably 20, right? And then we went in the back to the basketball court, and I was like, let's go shoot some hoops before we go. And we get back there, and I'm like, what are these guys doing? They're just out playing volleyball like an open gym.
Yeah.
And
where was this at?
This is at the French Valley gym where we play on Sunday nights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're playing there. And I'm like, I can do that. I'm tall, and like, you want to play? I'm like, sure. And bro, I was bad. Bad. I was like, oh, dude, it's easy. I'm tall. I can fit right in.
No, it's funny. If you're tall and you don't know how to play at first, you actually stick out like a sore thumb.
Sore thumb. Because you look like a born giraffe. You're so uncoordinated.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, bro.
So after that, that's what, you got started. And
that's what peaked it. And I was like, dude, I love this. This is great. And then I got better. And still not good, but better than when I started.
Now, when you started playing, you said you're around 20?
I think so, yeah.
So when was your first actual tournament that you participated in? And what made you feel like you were ready?
I don't feel like you're ever ready. I feel like you have to take that personal step to be better.
Yeah.
Open gym's great.
Yeah.
You lose, whatever. You get a point, whatever. Like, there's still competitive drive, but my brother played in all the tournaments. He was always there, and I'm like, that's cool. He was always a better athlete than me.
So you have an older brother?
Older brother.
And
older brother.
Is it the only sibling you have?
I have a younger sister.
Younger sister,
yeah.
Okay. And is she into volleyball?
No.
Okay.
No, she trips walking on flat surfaces.
How tall is she?
5, 6, or 7.
Okay. And how tall is
girl?
Yeah. How tall is Jason?
6 foot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taller by 4 inches. Write it down. 4 inches taller than my brother. And he's older. Okay.
The way I met you was actually through your brother.
Yes. At Forza, right?
At Forza, yeah. So he runs the gym there.
Yes.
And there was a league.
Yes. The Force, right?
Yeah.
And we played together.
Yep. We just got put together on a team.
Yeah.
And then that's how I
and our friendship.
Yeah,
blossomed
exactly.
from there.
That's how I met you. That's how I met Danny. That's how I met Corey.
Yes.
So, when I first met him, I was like, I didn't know he had any siblings. No, that's fine.
Who? Jason?
Yeah, Jason.
Yeah. They don't like to talk about me.
Well, I mean, it's like, volleyball relationships. We don't really,
you don't talk about, yeah.
We don't talk about siblings and whatnot unless it's like we go out to dinner or something.
Yeah.
So going from there, continuing what you were saying, like you said, you didn't feel like you're ready, but you just wanted to take that step forward.
I think my first tournament was with Danny, Jib, and Corey. We were just one day
Jib's really good.
Crazy good, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how the man gets so up there. He got hops.
Sorry, I just had to interject that in. I don't know
why.
Calm down,
bro. Calm down. And we're like, yo, let's just go do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we're like, all right, whatever. Let's check out the divisions. They had open A or double A and A.
So where was this at?
This was at the Dick Leatherman tournaments in San Diego.
Okay.
And it's 4s only. Mm-hmm. And that's how I started. And man, it was fun.
Yeah.
It brings out a different type of competitive drive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I get
that
you.
Thirsty, hungry, I'm better than you drive.
Yeah.
And I did that. I played in 3, 4, 5 of those. Won a couple, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then a couple 6 tournaments with some of the crew, and that's it. I haven't played a tournament in a minute though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with COVID and everything, they have
there isn't much. And I'm old now. It's kind of like,
that's true. I mean,
I can't compete. Like my brains are there. Like I can outsmart people on the court.
Yeah.
But I can't powerhouse them anymore.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least the thing is, as you get older, the height doesn't really decrease as much.
Right.
So you can play the game forever.
Oh, 100%.
Because
100%.
you don't even have to jump sometimes.
No. I don't. I don't.
So it's easy for you. Whereas, me, I'm jumping now and when I like retire from volleyball, like not like I have a career, but when I
When you move on to something else,
yeah,
like chess.
I have to. I'm basically going to become like libero because he can't jump anymore, right? So what's
Most important position on the court,
Exactly.
if you ask me, but
Exactly.
whatever.
I
For a
agree.
different story.
I agree. So
Calm down, May. Relax.
so going from high school,
Yes.
what was your first job?
Teaching karate.
Oh,
No,
okay.
okay, back up. My first job was mowing lawns in my neighborhood.
Was this while you were in high school?
But it was before high school.
Oh, before high school.
I was mowing. I had chores growing up. Dad's like, go mow the lawn. And he's like, hey, go knock on the neighbor's door, mow his lawn. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to. He's like, just go mow it. Knock on it after you mow it. Tell him you'll do it every week for $5. I was like, okay, I was probably like 13, 12 maybe. And I did that. And then next thing I know, a year later, I was mowing 25 yards in my neighborhood.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you had him on a schedule.
I had a schedule every Monday, Wednesday. I was out there mowing lawns. I was rich in high school, bro. You know what I mean? I had the money in high school. In high school, you don't got money, right?
So funny thing is in high school, I was in ASB 1 year.
Okay.
I think it's like junior year or senior year, something like that.
Why is that so funny,
No,
man?
it's just, you know.
He's gonna mention some stuff.
So in ASB, they have you slaying candy, right?
I heard about this at school, bro.
Yeah.
Like
So they give you the candy to sell.
Yeah.
I would introduce my own candy into it. I mean, it's not. I mean,
Your
not,
own candy,
not
like
my
you're in your
own
kitchen
candy.
cooking candy. What's the deal here?
No, just like ones I bought from Costco. You know, you get a discount on the whole thing.
Okay,
and then,
so you got black market candy.
yeah. So it was like the same, but I put it in there. It's like I had more,
Yeah.
so I could sell more.
Yeah.
And then I pocketed my own stuff.
Okay,
So,
little entrepreneur over here.
well, it was a way to make money without leaving school, and it was during school hours. And kids always want candy.
Yeah.
Like people would bug me during class, like, "Hey, what's in your bag?
You got the goods.
Yeah." And the hot sellers were Rice Krispies. Like
Not a fan.
yeah, really.
No.
You don't like Rice Krispies?
Very nasty.
Yeah, they're not.
Oh, okay. Agree to disagree, but no, that's fine. Everyone has
No, bro, you're wrong. Rice Krispies ain't.
This is not opinion, it's fact. So, okay, so you were doing lawns.
Yes, and then I was teaching karate at the same time. Well, I was doing lawns from like 13 all the way up till I was like 20. And I started
really?
teaching karate as soon as I
Shoot,
turned.
that's 7 years.
Bro, I don't want to mow a lawn ever again. When I get a house, concrete. Whole thing, concrete. No grass. And then I started teaching karate at 18. And then I was doing that 2 days a week, lawns 2 days a week. And then those were my first jobs.
Okay, so when you were doing karate, at what belt do you have to be a teacher?
You'll be a black belt. You
Okay,
have to be your black belt.
okay, and what's because I have no information about karate. What are the color belts? Like what
Every curriculum has a different belt system.
Okay.
Everyone knows black is the top tier,
Yes.
but every system has its own.
Okay, so the teacher decides on.
No, the style I taught was Shorin-ryu, which is from Okinawa, Japan, and their belt system went white, orange, blue. No, been a minute. White, orange, purple with a white stripe, purple, blue, white, blue, brown, white, brown with black stripe, black.
Oh.
And the black has a red stitching, and then your second degree is black with green stitching, and then it goes blue stitching, and then a gold stitching for your fourth degree.
So what's the difference between the black belt and the second degree black belt?
Years is
Okay.
what it is. So like you are not eligible to test for your second degree unless you have 4 years as a black belt.
Oh.
Is what it is. And then there's different katas and patterns you have to know on top of that.
Oh, wow. So what got you into karate?
Growing up, my brother has always been an athlete.
Yes.
He was doing baseball and basketball at the same time. And then he went to do soccer. And then
Sorry, I just want to interject. Was he also homeschooled?
he was. They pulled us out at the same time, so he would have been 5th grade
Okay. And
because he's got 2 years.
so he did that thing where he could participate
Yes,
in
we're good in the sports.
Okay.
And I was always not as athletic as him. So anytime I did a sport he was always excelled at it. And so they wanted something that was mine. You know what I mean? This is Drew's sport.
Yeah.
And I was a bit of a chunky kid. So Drew needed, believe it or not.
I can't see that. We got to get pictures later.
I can't see that.
I got one on my phone.
I'm going to need that later.
No, I was a big kid. And I needed a high school chunk, you know?
When did you reach 6'4"?
After high school.
After high school.
I probably grew 2-3 inches in between 18 and 20.
Okay, so you were like 6 foot in high school then. Okay.
Yeah. 6 foot, probably 230.
The thing is, when you're tall though, the weight doesn't really show.
It disperses.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't show.
Yeah. So you might.
Right now I'm skinny, right? Like,
well, yeah.
I don't eat.
Very.
So
yeah. But does that mean you like to eat in high school?
Oh, bro. Okay. I got this. Chips was my go-to. I could eat a whole bag of Doritos in one sitting, bro.
Okay.
And a little Diet Coke on the side.
Sheesh. So you were a lazy eater.
Oh yeah, it wasn't like healthy eating. It was like chips and candy. This day, candy is my weakness.
Okay, so when did you start slimming up? Is it after high school as well?
When I grew those 2 inches after high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the weight just dispersed more.
Dispersed more. Yeah.
So after doing karate, what was your next job after that?
Concrete. I was doing concrete.
Wow.
Shout out to my boy Chema.
Yeah.
Chema was doing concrete.
Dang, okay.
I did a little bit different style of concrete. I did landscape edging. So like the curbs and stuff like that,
Yeah.
like aesthetics for the yard. I was doing that. And good money, but I hated it, bro.
Intense labor.
Oh, and in the summer, your back hurts and it's like you're sweaty. And I was like, I am not doing this. Like, I can't. I got to find something inside in the air conditioning or something behind a desk, you know? And because of my dyslexia, like typing's out of the question. I'm not going to sit there and do something, you know what I mean, on the computer all day. And I'm such a social person.
Yes.
So I went on the mall just with resumes, like, are you hiring? Are you hiring? Like, random stuff, like, you know what I mean? And then I went to a jewelry store. And I'm like, are you guys all hiring? And the manager's like, yeah, you got any experience? I'm all, no. What do you mean experience for? To talk to people? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you talk to people. And she's like, we need seasonal help for the holidays as a cashier. You're not selling, you're just a cashier. People will sell something, give it to you, you ring it up, blah, 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 blah. And then I did that. And then they're like, hey, we need someone on call. We'll call you. And they end up calling me like every week. Like, hey, can you come work? Can you come work? Can you work? And then I was like, hey, I need something more. And they're like, okay, we'll get you a part-time, full-time. And then boom, 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 boom. Climb that corporate ladder for a very long time. And
you enjoy it.
I enjoy the people. I enjoy jewelry.
Yeah, I mean,
I got into it for watches. So the jewelry is cool, but watches is a truer passion.
Oh, okay.
And I've been doing jewelry ever since.
That's awesome. So did you want to shout out where you work?
I'll keep that private.
Okay,
I'll keep that private. Yeah.
Okay. But if you guys want,
if you know me, you know where I'm at.
Exactly. If you guys
want,
you guys have any questions about jewelry, this is the guy you want to see, and that's going to be at the real Drew Adams. So it's the _real _DREW DREW.
Who's dyslexic now?
Question?
So hold on. Before the question comes, it's a DREWADAMS. So the real Drew Adams. All right, we got a question. Oh. You got it.
The guy behind you.
Oh, I know that guy.
Okay,
He's
saying,
behind you.
You actually know?
Yeah, I know who it is. I know who he really is.
Where's your vert, Drew?
Oh, okay. So it's a volleyball question.
It's a volleyball question. This guy, you know this guy.
Okay.
I don't know if he wants to stay in, like, for the guy behind you. I don't want to say his name. You know what I mean?
Say
But it's Kevin Hart.
Oh, okay.
It's
Cool,
Kevin
cool,
Hart.
cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I have never tested my vertical.
Really?
I've never.
Well, usually when they test your vertical, it's usually in high school.
Yeah,
Because,
so I never,
they need that for the stats and whatnot.
I can easily jump up and grab rim.
Okay.
And what is that, 10 feet?
So
if you eliminate 10 feet by
6'4",
6'4", 6'5",
that's
quick math. What is it?
3'6"?
I mean,
3'6".
it's not an impressive vert.
No, not 3'6".
But-
It's 3'8". No.
Mate, get your calculator out. What are
Wait,
you doing
said
over
you're
here?
6'4"?
Yeah.
You're 6'4", so it's Yeah, 3/8.
It's
3/8. Because it's 12 inches.
So I can easily grab a rim, but I'm sure I could go beyond that. Yeah.
Because honestly, I always tell you this. I was like, I've never seen you jump. So I said, whenever I set you, you got to jump.
Yeah.
He hops.
Yeah.
Okay,
hop.
part of the reason I never jump is because I don't have the opportunity to.
Well, also
Only in blocking.
You're not really playing against people that are taller than you.
But here's the problem. When I'm blocking, I can jump to my full potential, right? But when I'm playing with setters, right? The level of people we play with, all the setters set me right above the tape. When you're running a
So you
quick
don't need
one,
to.
I don't need. It is because and it frustrates me sometimes because like half the players we play against can jump and reach over tape.
Yeah.
Right. So they're there blocking, and I have hands in my way, and I don't even have to jump, and my hand is clearly above the tape. So if you set me a one ball a foot higher than, or just imagine the tape's there, that's where I need to be set to hit the ball. So I don't jump because there's no point to jump because the ball is right in front of me.
And sometimes that's why I push you. I'm just like, no, I'm going to set you high.
Yeah, and I appreciate that because you force me to not be lazy. Because I'm just lazy because I have to be.
Because even though, okay, so your actual spiking height is higher than your blocking height, because if you just by
Jumping, I'm pivot stepping, jumping straight up.
well,
spiking height,
just
I'm
anatomy, you're reaching higher with your arm.
That's true. I see
as
that.
opposed to having the same level on both arms.
Right.
So your spiking should be, I don't know what's the difference in height, probably a couple inches. So, but yeah,
Good question, Kevin. Good question.
You've never measured
Who's
it.
Kevin?
Kevin Hart.
Kevin and Lexi.
Lexi's husband.
They played like 2 Sundays ago. They'll be there
I see.
tomorrow.
Hello, Kevin.
I want to know what Kevin's vert is if he's in the chat
Oh,
still.
he's like
He jumps out the gym, bro.
forever.
He jumps.
He's got-
and he's
he's got
floating.
moon
He
boots.
floats, bro. And I'm like, bro, is he ever gonna come down?
You know what's even crazier? He recently sprained his ankle. I think like
Yeah,
a
at
kid.
the church. Yeah, yeah.
And I saw him jump. I was like, no way, his ankle is sprained
I
right
roll
now.
my
There's
ankle.
No way.
Walking down the stairs, I rolled my ankle. Bro, being old sucks. All right, I walked down the,
Is it being old or being
bro,
clumsy?
clumsy. Dude. My wife can vouch this. I fall down the stairs once a week.
Oh, dang.
Always fall downstairs. And when I rolled my ankle, it took me weeks to recover.
Yeah.
Kevin rolls his ankle. He showed me it's bad. Next week, he's like, hey, you want to play some volleyball? And I'm like, bro, you're not like injured still?
Dude, he just said right now that after college, he lost 10 inches from his vert.
10 inches is like a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot for a vert.
That's almost a whole.
Kevin, what's your vert right now?
Yeah. What's your vert, Kevin? Because that's almost a whole foot.
That's a lot.
That means
That's my whole vert right there. He lost 10 inches of my whole vert.
He's like hanging there forever.
Bro, it's hard to time him to block because you jump up and you're coming down and he's still up there.
He's still up
just
there.
like fluttering, waiting for the block to move.
he's got a double jump.
Yeah. It's Mario in that, bro.
It's crazy because like I always thought James is really good with his hops.
Yeah.
And James is terrified sometimes when he sees Kevin. He's like, yo, that guy can jump.
Yeah.
Him and Ulysses. I don't know if you guys were there when Ulysses played. That man can jump too.
No lie, no disrespect to Ulysses. He could jump, but Kevin, no. He don't got nothing on
One
Kevin
of the better
right now.
jumpers in the gym. Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna go. I know did he say something that?
Yeah, he said he used to be able to touch 11 feet 6 inches.
Ooh,
That's
that's
impressive.
that is. And
Very impressive.
How tall are you, Kevin? So
Yes, how tall are you?
We'll wait for that.
That's two of my wives standing on top of each other.
Your wife is like what, 4 feet tall?
No, bro. She's 5'5", maybe.
Oh, that's
5'4".
your height.
5'4".
Okay.
I'm a foot taller than her. 5'4".
Well, that's good that you asked that. We'll go into that. How did you meet your wife?
Tinder. No, I'm just kidding.
Kevin said he's 6'2". I was like, for real, Cinder?
No.
I was waiting for a response on that.
It was just all quiet. I met the love of my life. Shout out my wife at a high school play.
Who's high school?
Bro, my sister is.
Wait a second. How old is your wife?
My wife is, dude, she just turned 30.
Okay, so
Wow, she looks
she's a
great.
year younger than you.
Dating married a 30-year-old.
She's married to a 30-year-old too. Wait, so
Yeah,
you guys
but-
are a year,
2 years.
2 years.
She's
okay.
February, I'm April. So,
Okay.
yeah. She was at a high school play. Met her at a high school play.
And it was your sister's high school.
It was my sister's music group that she was in. They were doing a production of a play. My sister has been in theater her whole life growing up. So she was always in plays and acting and singing and choirs. And she was doing a play, and Dallas was doing a like extra credit as a backup dancer for the production.
But she was in high school at the time.
She was 17.
Okay.
And she was 17.
You's a creeper.
Okay, wait, bro. I was 19.
Yeah, that's not bad. No, okay. So how old is your sister compared to you? She's 2 years younger.
4 years.
4 years. Okay,
4
so
years.
she was a sophomore while she was a senior, or
Yeah, something like that.
something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she had all her friends over one night after like a casting party. I'm all, hey, mama, what you doing?
No, you cannot spit game like that. You're lying,
I am, bro. Yes, I can.
You're lying.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Cool Fresh. You know what I mean?
I will ask your wife if that's really how it
It will go
happened.
completely different. Trust me. That is not.
She's like, I didn't even know who he was.
Bro, I straight up bugged her. She'll tell you. She's like, dude, your brother's weird. I'm all sitting there like, sup, girl?
So after you met her there, how long before you guys started dating?
Okay. So I met her with this casting party, right?
Uh-huh.
And we hung out and we were friends, right? And there was a bunch of us, right? And my sister did another play. And my sister's like, hey, you should do the play.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Wait, you?
please listen. And I'm like, I'm not doing a play. And Dallas like, yeah, you should do the play. It'd be really cool and cute. And I'm like,
You're out of
Bro.
high school at this point.
bro, that's fine because it was like through it wasn't through a high school. It was just like they're all high school students.
Oh,
right?
okay. So
And
it
it's
wasn't put on by the high
It wasn't
school.
put on by a high school.
Okay, so was this? Oh, was it like a community center or
Like a
something?
community, I
Okay.
guess, yeah. I
Yeah,
guess, yeah.
alright.
As their like competitive team, I guess, for like play. I don't know how
Okay.
plays work.
Okay, so it's
Clearly, I don't know
at
how
that
plays
point, it's
work,
fine.
bro.
All right. I don't either. I was like, I thought only plays happen in high school.
And so I'm like, yeah, whatever. What do I got to lose? I'll do it, right? So I get it. We start doing rehearsals, and I cannot sing. I cannot act. Bro, it was bad.
What play was it? Do
It's
you
called
remember?
Letters to Edwina.
Okay.
I think that's what it was. Okay. And halfway through, we went on a date. I was like, hey, let's go on a date. Let's.
So at this point, has the play already showed?
No,
or you
this
just
is
rehearsing?
Just, rehearsing.
Okay.
So we go on this date. We start dating. I'm like, bro, I got the girl. I'm done with this. I ain't doing this shit no more. I can't. So I go to quit. I'm like, hey, I can't do this anymore. You can't quit? Oh my God.
Was this your sister?
The
or-
director. The
Oh,
director.
Okay.
You're the lead. We need you. Blah. The opening day's in 2 weeks and la da da. I'm like, I always finish what I start. I have to. I'm
Okay.
a man of my word. Really? Yes. You can't find no one like nothing. You have to. I'm like, I got the girl though. I did what I wanted.
told him
I
that?
finished what I started. Yeah. You have to. And I was like, all right, whatever. So I did the play and
How many showings was it?
6,
Okay.
maybe 8, 3 Friday, 3 Saturday, 2 Sunday.
And do you guys, is this strictly like, do you guys get a cut, or is this by like own goodwill?
His own goodwill. This
Okay.
is just you wanting to be like my sister's a very talented singer, and this is just making her better. You know what I mean? Like,
okay,
this
so
is
it's
her
just like, yeah, to her to flex it and put it on her resume.
Yeah, I did this play. I was lead role, this role, whatever you want to.
Now, did you put that on your resume? When,
Bro, no. No, I did not.
like, you know what? I could talk to
Bro,
people.
I don't know why I told you that. I don't need people like knowing that. It's embarrassing.
Not really. It means you have wide range.
Wide range of spitting game, but that's it.
That means, you know what? You took your game to another level.
I took
to
myself out of my comfort zone because I hate public speaking. I hate audience. I hate
I don't
crowd.
get that from you though.
I
because
love one-on-one scenarios.
You're a talker.
I'm a talker, but I'm very shy. And then once I know you, even if it's 3-4 people, class clown, life of the party. But if I don't know you, I ain't got nothing to say to you.
You're shy.
Yeah, right.
I feel like a
don't
lot of
see-
people say that.
But
And
I
that's
truly,
not real.
I don't step out of my comfort zone a lot. And then once I know you and we're like homies, then it's like, I'm gonna say some, I'm gonna say some dumb shit right now.
That's kind of like me.
Yeah, we're all kind of like that in a way. Like when
Yeah.
you're in a new setting, you're just gonna.
I fake my confidence when I first meet people, and
Yeah.
and after a while, okay, yeah,
You fake it
we're
till you
cool.
make it, right?
Exactly.
And that's
yeah.
working in the retail setting. Like everyone comes in, hi, we're looking for this, and you're like, gotta put on my game face. You know what I mean? I gotta.
I know what that is.
Yeah, and you gotta be a chameleon. You know?
Yeah. So when you were doing the play, what part did your wife play?
Backup dancer? I think she's a backup dancer.
Wait, so she wasn't even the other lead?
She's a dancer.
So
She was a dancer.
was it awkward for you to play the lead while? Was this a love story?
I say lead. I don't want to take away from the real leads. They called me Mike 3. So like they go off like Mike 1's the lead, Mike 2's second lead, Mike 3, and they go by a Mike system. So I was
okay.
Mike 3. So I had a big speaking role. I did a lot in the play.
But you didn't have the love interest.
The love, exactly.
Oh,
and, no,
okay.
I didn't have the love interest, and
you were
my
like
wife,
the best friend of the main guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was. I don't even know what. I can't remember. Honestly, I can't remember what the play was about.
Okay, so in my head, I was thinking lead. So you're like the main guy. You have the love
we're,
interest.
Troy Bolton and High School Musical.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't. No.
So you're more like the Afro dude next to him. Thank you for the follow. Oh man,
He was the cooker in High School Musical, right? He did cooking.
oh,
Yeah,
so you're
Corbin Blue. It's Corbin Blue.
Yeah, Corbin Blue. There you go. Oh man, that reminds me of the name of it. Is there like cordon blues, the chicken thing?
Yeah.
Okay,
Corbin Blue. It's chicken stuffed with Swiss cheese and ham.
Yep. So now, what's your final place that you want to stay at?
I ask my question that every time I go to bed at night.
You ask your question that?
I ask myself that question every time.
The dyslexic part of him.
Yeah.
It is. See, it's not like people like, bro, figure it out. I'm like, it's in my brain, dude. It's scrambled.
I say the same thing all the time, but he doesn't believe me.
No, I do
People
believe
who
her.
don't have, I don't want to say suffer because you're not like suffering from dyslexia,
yeah.
but people who don't have dyslexia don't understand the daily struggle that we go through.
Like
That makes sense.
I want to say
I get it.
something, but I reverse it
Yeah.
for some reason, and then I'm just like, what did I just say?
Yeah.
I get that. I mean, I just like to poke fun. I'm just like, hey, I could help you correct it. You know,
Right. And like spelling is huge, man. I'm terrible at spelling. And I'll say something and people will comment back like, I'll say this big long message like, it's spelled like there, THERE. I'm like, bro, you know what I was saying. Like is that so important to point out? You got the point across. Like
Sometimes like I get really upset because I'm like,
it's an attack on you.
Yeah, I'm passionate about talking about something,
Yeah.
and then I'll say it, and then he'll just be like,
Like it's like,
You mean-
oh, look at me.
No. I don't do that.
judged your-
I don't do it to judge. I do it to like, hey, just so you know.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying people
I know.
in general.
no, I'm
For
saying
me.
him.
No, she's saying me.
I'm calling
Like
him
you're
out.
arguing and he corrects you. Actually, you're like, you know what I'm trying to say.
But hey, you're not dyslexic.
I've never been put on.
Well,
paper.
I guess
Neither have I, because like, why do I need to get tested for something
I
that
already
I
know what
know
I
I
have.
struggle with? Like, what
Yeah.
are they going to do to fix it? I did special classes and saw doctors and all this stuff to correct this, and here I am still not knowing what a D and a B is written down. You know what I mean? Like the most simple 2 letters in the alphabet.
Are they?
I don't know. According to everyone else I talk to, it is because they always correct me.
Like I would say those are the harder because they're the lowercase are just mirrored versions of each other. So.
Bro, I don't know. So I don't know where I want to be. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm happy where I'm at. I'm content. I love my job. I love my boss. I love the family I work for.
That's
I
awesome.
pay the bills. I mean, of course, we always strive to more and more and more. Like,
Yeah.
of course, I want the mansion in Malibu with the Ferrari in the driveway, but
Really? You actually want that stuff?
I mean, I want a suburban house with a
Okay.
Tahoe in the driveway. But you know what I mean?
I was just like, hey, you're going.
Everyone's got goals, and there's
Yeah.
always a goal I'm trying to reach. I'm like, what's my next step to get there, and how am I going to get there where I'm at? And that's the question I sit there laying awake because I don't sleep. I'm just like, okay, what am I going to do?
Now, do you have a rough draft of those answers?
No.
Or no?
No, I don't. That's why I ask myself every night what it is and hoping something will come to me like, bro, this is it.
Yeah.
Here's what you're going to do. But I'm just like, I don't know.
Now, you're also into shoes.
It's a unhealthy relationship / addiction.
Well, what got you into that?
Dude, I don't even know.
Really?
I have a buddy. We're hanging out, and he's like, "Bro, check out these Jordans I just bought." I'm like, "Hey, those are sick. Do they make other pairs?" He's like, "Yeah, check out like all these different Jordans." I'm like, "I want this pair, this pair, this pair," and then it just escalated from there. And next thing you know, my wife's like, "Why the hell do you have so many shoes in the closet? Mind your business." You know what I mean? Like,
How many pairs of shoes would you say you have?
at one point.
Let's go here. What's the highest amount of pairs of shoes, and what do you have now?
I condensed a lot recently because I went from pairs to quality.
Okay.
So I had mediocre Jordans from 150 to 250. Like that was dollar amount. They're $150.
Okay. Ooh, I was like
$150 shoe to $250 shoe.
Okay.
And I probably had 30 shoes, and I had Yeezys and all that stuff. And then I was like, bro, I don't want the $150 to $200 shoes. I want the higher end,
not the basic ones.
You know what I mean? Like, how much are those? I'm all, I only have to trade in 4 pairs of shoes for them. What do you mean? You know, like there's no dollar amount here
because you're giving away what you have.
Yeah, exactly. I will say, in my defense, I have never lost money on a pair of shoes.
Wow. Okay.
From what I bought to what I've sold to what I've got. I've never been like, oh, damn, I took a L on that. I buy them at retail or I make good trades to get them. If I had to sell them, I could get more money than what I paid for them at this time.
No,
so I'm smart about it.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I always lose money because I get into things late, you know.
Crypto market.
Are you actually into crypto?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I was like,
I purchased crypto.
Oh, okay.
And then I lost my ass on crypto.
What did you purchase?
The hype stuff,
the
Dogecoin, the Shiba Inu.
Now, do you still have it?
I'm so negative in the hole. I have to keep it. Like, what's the point of selling it to lose money? So yeah, maybe in 10 years I'll be rich, but I just had to log off the account and not look at it because it's can't look at it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
So
buy shoes, people. Buy shoes.
No, don't do that.
No, what's crazy is shoes hardly lose value if you keep them pristine.
If you buy the right shoe at the right time,
Mm-hmm.
and you keep them in good condition. There's a couple pairs of shoes I beat the shit out of, but those shoes I'll probably never sell.
Exactly.
You know, there's pairs I wear them once, twice, take them off, wipe them down, clean them, put them back on the shelf, and I'll sell them one day.
Those are ones that you like keep close to your heart and whatnot.
Yeah, for a shoe.
Okay.
Yeah, for a materialistic item.
Well, and now you have 2 kids?
I have a son right now, and I have a daughter on the way.
Yeah.
He's gonna get a princess.
I'm gonna get my baby girl. I'm so excited. I'm gonna get my baby girl.
Do you want more kids? Have you guys discussed
Bro,
that?
me and my wife talked about it, and right now we're both on board with 2. Right?
Okay.
We're like, okay, once we have our girl, we're gonna have our son and our daughter, and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
I mean, there's such a blessing.
Yes.
To have.
Yes.
And but right now things get chaotic. You got to go somewhere. You take our son, I'll take my daughter, and there's no third child left out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, you can control a situation. You can't. I mean, when they get older, like when you do a third kid run around, it's rough. And everyone says 3 is the hardest number to have. Anyone I've talked to with multiple kids, 2's the number zone, right?
Yeah, because
3's
you're outnumbered by 3.
hard, but they say 4's incredibly easier.
Why is that? Is it because you have another kid to watch over another kid?
I think 3 is just that weird transition from there's always the odd man out, and then you hit the 4, you're used to that, them doing their own thing, and you're not so controlling. This is from people I've talked to who have multiple kids. There's not a lot of people with multiple than 4 kids these days, but the people I do ask them, like, hey, what's it like having 4? And like, bro, 3 was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. And then once we had the 4th, it's got easier.
Maybe that's why people say about like the whole middle child syndrome thing.
I'm the middle child.
Yeah, me too. So, but then that's the thing.
Issues, though. Just kidding.
A lot of issues, honestly. You know what I mean?
Both of you have issues.
Yeah, I can't speak right. So, coming from your perspective, because you grew up in a house of 3. I mean, I did too. Was it chaotic for you?
I don't know. I don't think so. That's all you know. I don't see other households. Like as a kid, what we had was our normal. Like, we ran around. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. So she was always there to control us and keep us behaving. Yeah. And my father's a very strict man. And he didn't take crap for any reason. Like, you know, you messed up, own it. Like, don't act like that. You know what I mean? Like, you're expected to do better. Like,
okay.
You know, so I don't know.
So were you closer with your brother, your sister, or were they closer to each other?
I'm close. I was close to both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm closer to my brother now.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been closest to my brother, I think. Right now, I'm probably the closest with them. We don't talk a lot. It's weird as brothers. We don't talk a lot, but we're always there for each other.
Yeah.
Like
It's family. Like
it's
whenever
family.
something comes
My
up.
sister and I, we don't talk a lot. We're both married. She has her husband, her life, her job, and you know what I mean? But we still talk on occasion.
Oh, okay.
We're close, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
Family, I'll drop anything. If she texts me right now, I need your help. I'll leave this podcast right now and go be with her. You know what I mean?
yeah, I would have to end it early. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? May, you're subbing in.
I actually hate being on camera, so I get anxiety.
It doesn't feel like you're on camera though, because you can't see yourself on camera. So
Yeah.
it's just there.
So,
And by the way, May, can I real fast?
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you do? Like? I did the question last week, not with the week before that. What do you got against my boy Leonardo DiCaprio?
Okay, in all fairness, now Leonardo right now versus
Sorry,
like,
I'm just gonna interject. So we didn't give him a shout out because he's the one that put Instagram.
Bro, I'm a bot, bro. I'm 100% a bot. I don't know what I'm doing. I do not do technology.
He gave the suggestion for the fuck, marry, kill that included Ryan Reynolds, Leonardo DiCaprio, and what was the other one?
Liam.
Liam Hemsworth.
Liam. No.
Well, no,
Chris
Chris.
Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah.
And I was like, my boy Leo.
I love Leo. Just between the three of them, he's got to go.
It was a bad one. I should have done Ryan Gosling, but I didn't think about it at the
Ryan
time.
See, I would kill Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, I would kill Ryan Gosling too.
Yeah.
Now you got something against that now? I mean, compare. Compare.
Have you seen the movie Crazy Stupid Love with
he was amazing.
Steve
in
Carell?
That. Yeah, he was amazing.
But
in
that movie, like, that's the man in that movie is Ryan Gosling. Like,
But
I know,
compared
but-
the two actors and how they act and how they
we're not
talk.
talking actors. We're talking them as like.
No, I know,
general.
but like their acting is an extension of them.
I guess, yeah, you're right, because
So-
you're married to the fame, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So say how the way Ryan Gosling talked compared to Leo, I feel like Leo has more range, you know?
Right, like The Great Gatsby. That movie was
Yeah.
phenomenal movie.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Bro, that was we'll get to that later. Okay, because I want but that movie.
So
Is my gum chewing messing with the mic? Like,
I haven't heard it at all.
okay, cool.
Okay,
I'm
so-
sitting here just chomping away like.
Your wife is probably going to say something, but
Probably she's like, I told you not to embarrass us. She told me not to sit like a lady. I'm like, bro, what does that even mean?
So speaking of movies, the next time you're on, do you have a movie or a show that you want to talk about?
When do you think the next time I'll be on?
You know what? I'm trying to make a cycle.
Right, I get it.
Because I want to get to everybody.
Okay.
People that haven't been on, like yourself.
Yeah.
And I am recycling people that have been on the what was the
Previous podcast?
Yeah, what was it called? The Pick Our Brains podcast, you know, with people that were on there. I want to have the one-on-one with them because before it was like a group kind of setting and we were talking about one subject, but I want to learn more about, you know, people.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is the first time I've gotten to
Really know
a lot about you.
Other than volleyball, other than me talking.
So I kind of want to make my way through people. And so I don't know when,
Okay.
but it's going to happen.
Okay, perfect. Because then that dictated what I want to discuss.
And what was that?
I want to discuss the first episode or whatever, how many episodes we get into of the Kenobi series on Disney Plus, Star Wars. That's what I want to discuss.
Okay. Speaking Kenobi, so Obi-Wan Kenobi, Star Wars.
Kenobi.
is that the one you were watching?
No,
It's not out yet. It comes out like in April, April or early May.
Oh,
Yeah, so it basically goes from episode 3 to 4 what he was doing.
Because
between
they
them.
have the potential to make this so good and so right, but knowing Disney, they're going to screw it up somehow. Because Boba Fett was trash.
Boba Fett was trash.
I will fight people on that. Mandalorian was trash too. Don't even come at me
don't
right
think
now.
so?
I thought it was terrible.
Really?
Thought it was terrible.
I thought the story was pretty good.
Terrible.
But the thing is, I'm not a Star Wars fan.
Okay, that's fair.
I enjoy a good story.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, so
Kenobi, I want to watch because they have so much potential to do something correct.
Yes.
To make up for terrible Mandalorian and Boba Fett.
So that means you're deep Star Wars fan.
I wouldn't say like deep where I get into like what the galactic blah blah blah, but I love the storyline.
Okay.
Like I get behind it.
Okay, that's cool. Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll make a note of that.
That's-
That'll be, we'll either do Kenobi series
Or the first episode at least, or
Just as
something.
like
Yeah,
a first.
because I don't think you
impressions
want to
kind.
watch a full series if you're not into it.
Well, no. I watched The Mandalorian. The
Okay.
reason being is I've actually started because when I was younger, Star Wars wasn't my generation. So
What was your generation?
it came. Well,
We're the same generation.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Literally.
it came out before us. The original.
Okay, the originals, but when they like my first movie going to see was The Phantom Menace.
Oh, but see, we weren't really into movies like that back then.
I'm a big movie guy, so
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
I didn't get into movies until like later in life because there's a point where I didn't even have cable.
They had Blockbuster Video and
They
Hollywood
did.
Video.
Yeah, we watched a ton of, but my dad was always into like
I miss
action movies.
Blockbuster.
The vibes.
Yeah,
Times and the vibes.
Yeah, just
going
go
on
in
Friday
there,
night,
strolling.
praying the copy that you wanted was there. And you get there and there isn't one, you go check the return drawer. Like, hey, did anyone return this?
or you ask them, so when's the next return supposed to happen?
Yes.
Okay, I will be
tomorrow at 4. And you're like, I'm there at the door. Yeah.
All right, so we'll do Kenobi series episode 1.
Bet.
So
Vibed for a second.
at this point, we're gonna go ahead and go into your questions for me. You get to
Okay.
put me on the spot for a little bit. So you ready?
I am ready.
All right, let's do this.
Get your questions out because it's time to question Mark.
All right, Mark. Welcome to my podcast.
Thank
Questions with the real Drew Adams.
Ooh.
This segment, going deep.
Ooh. Let's do it.
Okay, on a previous podcast,
Yes.
you were asked a question, what is your favorite food? Your
Yes.
answer was pizza.
Yes.
Okay. There's a 2 parts to this question.
Okay.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Okay. So the
The answer is no. Moving on.
the
answer is no.
The old me would have said no as well.
Okay.
The reason I got into I don't like pineapple on just any pizza. It has to
Okay.
be Hawaiian. So it has to have that Canadian bacon and then it
It
has
has to have a Hawaiian flair.
yeah.
Like teriyaki.
No. It's the Hawaiian pizza. So it comes with like those ham.
Oh, the Canadian.
It's ham.
It's
ham.
Canadian. They call it Canadian bacon, right?
Yeah.
It's ham.
So it's like Canadian bacon and the pineapple.
Sweet and salty, I guess, is
Yeah.
what is the combo. Okay.
But it doesn't belong on every pizza.
Okay. Fair. Okay. Next part. Crust or no crust?
Oh.
Because there's psychopaths out there, like
Yes.
mentally ill people who do not eat the crust. And I do not understand that.
I don't either. She's one of them.
Bro,
You guys can't see it. I'm pointing at May. She's one of them. But, I don't care because I eat her crust.
right. Okay. So like I'm at an event or a gathering or a party and I'm walking by and someone's got crust on her plate. Bro, I'm taking that.
it. Yeah.
I don't even care.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm taking, I don't know if
What if you don't know the person?
I don't care. That is crust.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That is pure gold.
I will say it depends on the pizza too.
Now crust is crust, bro.
No, not
Crust is crust.
No, so say if it's like what is it?
Unless it's stuffed crust, that's butt.
Yeah, that's butt.
That's butt.
If it was a generic DiGiorno pizza,
Great crust.
no. If it's DiGiorno, yes. But if it's like a generic brand of DiGiorno, that crust is like hard and because
But
pizza.
it's still crust. A pizza has a good crunch, and sometimes that crust is crunchy.
Sometimes the pizza's better though.
Okay.
But have you had Domino's crust?
Domino's is like the fast food of pizza, bro. It's a good pizza in a bind, but it's the fast food of pizza.
I actually-
I'm gonna go get a have
Have you had them recently?
Yeah,
Okay, because they do like
it's a garlic butter crust.
Yeah.
It's good.
I
Heartburn
actually-
for days, but
I
it's
actually
good.
like their crust better than their pizza.
I would agree with that. I would strongly agree with that. It's a big piece of crust. Too.
yeah. So
That was a very important question.
yeah, no, definitely. Like you said, there's psychopaths out there.
Who don't eat their crust.
Shut up.
Now, does your wife eat the crust?
She'll
I think
eat like
that's
one
weird.
piece of crust.
I guess that worded that question.
It's normal. Why is that weird? She'll eat like
Taken out of context.
3 pieces of pizza. She's eating 1 piece of crust, leaving 2.
Okay.
And I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
you can have my pizza and I'll take your crust.
Let's trade. I'll start with the crust first,
Yes.
and then I'll give you the pizza.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Oh man.
Do you drink alcohol?
Okay. For me, this you know, they always say, for me, it was like about religion,
Yes.
where like in our religion, we don't tempt ourselves about drinking alcohol and whatnot, but I don't want to get into that.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair question.
But
Fair answer.
for alcohol itself, I've tried alcohol. I don't like the taste. It's an acquired taste.
I would agree with that.
And I think the reason being is when I want to quench my thirst, water is great.
Water is the ultimate beverage.
Yeah,
It's the ultimate beverage.
and
that's a fact.
Fact, Jack.
and so, but you know, whenever I see these beer commercials and whatnot, it makes it look so good. Like it's
very appealing.
Yes, very appealing.
Very appealing to, oh man, it's a hot, sunny day and I'm at the beach. I'm going to open a Corona.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then or if it's in a can, they and you know, they drink it and they're like, yeah, right? And those sound effects were all kind of on point.
I've been doing that my whole life. Right? The Telemundo commercial. Pepsi.
And so, you know, I was like, dude, I need to try it, you know? So I did, and I was just like, this does, you know, soda's way better.
Way better. The reason I ask is because people kind of like look at me funny, like, oh, have a drink. I'm like, I don't drink.
Mm-hmm.
You don't drink either?
If we're drinking, there's a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You drink to get drunk.
Yeah.
Right? People are like, no, it's a social thing. It's this. I'm like, I can have a soda and be social.
Exactly. And
I don't need
more
to be
social.
I don't need to be the outcast.
I won't be
So
inhibited.
if we're going to get drunk and party, let's pound 4 or 5 shots and get this over with.
Yeah.
Right?
Reach that point where you're.
I'm not going to sit there and drink 7 Trulies and, you know, drink some wine and some beer. It doesn't, and it's expensive, bro.
Yeah.
And it's bad for your kidneys.
Drinks are like what? Well, I mean, if you buy it from the grocery store, it's just as much as a soda, right?
The other day, I was craving a Truly for the. I don't know why I haven't had one in 6-7 months, and I was like, bro, it was a hot day. I was running errands, and I was like, I want a Truly. Went to the grocery store, and a 12 pack was like $22, and I'm like, I'm not spending this money for one can of Trulies. So I'm like, I'll go to where they sell the one can. It was like the size of a Monster, and it was $6.
Oh,
and I was like,
dang.
bro, I ain't drinking today. You know,
That's great. Okay, so
went home and had a Diet Coke.
I was under the impression they're about the same as, you know, soda.
No, bro, a pack of soda is like $4 for 12 pack.
Yeah, I've never really. Okay, so we did go to what was that place? Because there's a no. I
Who's
went
we?
there. It was me and a couple of friends I won't mention.
Okay, that's fair.
So we went to what's the place that sells alcohol?
Any restaurant?
No. They
Bevmo.
Bevmo. So I'll say I went to Bevmo.
Okay,
And I went under the impression that I wanted to get drunk, but I don't know how to get drunk. So
start drinking alcohol.
That's the thing. I didn't. So we spent a day in here, like in this room,
and experienced it.
and well, the thing is, didn't really experience it because I don't know exactly the amount I had to intake.
Okay,
Because I'm a pretty big dude. I mean, not tall.
okay, but that doesn't mean anything because I can get drunk. Not drunk. I can get buzzed off of one shot. Like
okay. So
big dude, but no, okay, you're experienced in
so-
it, right? So you're like, okay, I need to get drunk. I need to consume a lot
bunch.
of alcohol.
So we planned the day to consume the alcohol.
Okay.
And I don't know what buzzed feels like. So I don't know if I was ever buzzed, but I kid you not, I played better spike ball than I ever have.
A lot of people who play volleyball play buzzed.
I heard that.
A lot of people tailgate
Yeah.
and then come in, or a lot of people's hydro flask is alcohol.
Yes. And
And a lot of people play better because of, and high. A lot of people play better high.
okay, so I've also tried that because okay,
I've never.
the thing is I don't smoke,
Right.
but I took an edible
Okay.
and
How was it?
I don't like it. So I've tried it 3 times. I want to say 3 times. First time, do you know Leo? He plays volleyball with us.
How you just gonna put my bestie on blast like
You're
that?
gonna blast this guy?
No,
Oh,
he
after
was,
she said Bessie, I know who Leo is now.
okay,
Yeah.
he was the supplier. So,
Okay, so bro, we just
Stop putting my bestie on blast like that.
it's legal. It's legal. What
You're
do
right,
you-
it is. It is.
So I'm
Why am I
putting
sweating right
anyone
now?
on blast.
You're right. FBI, open up.
We actually. So he gave me an edible.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we told him, hey, are we going to go to volleyball? And he goes, no, we're not going to go tonight. And so
Because he wants to see how you react.
well, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
No, he had work or something like that, or he couldn't get off work. And so me and May was like, okay, you can try this. So, because Leo gave it to me.
Okay.
And so May had it and she gave it to me. And I was like, okay, I'll try this.
But May didn't know what she gave you.
No,
right?
no.
Yeah. Like she's like, hey, Leo's like, hey, give this to Mark.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay.
So I took it. Well, knowing I knew what it was.
Right. But May didn't know. She yeah. He was like, May, give us a Mark. What is it? Don't worry about it. Just give it a Mark. He knows.
So I took it under the impression that we weren't gonna
Play volleyball. Okay.
Leo calls May and say, hey, I was able to get off work early. And usually I drive us to volleyball.
Okay.
So I was just like, hey, just in case, can you just swing by, pick us up? And I kid you not, I closed my eyes in the car. It felt like I was riding a roller coaster. Like, you know, when
You're just, ooh, yeah.
No, like that dip.
Okay.
You know, when that gut feeling when you go down the very first time.
Yeah.
It was up and down, up and down.
Okay.
So it was fun. That part was fun. And after that, I don't remember it but then supposedly that was like a small dose, right?
Right.
So no, actually I only tried it twice. So the second time, this is why I won't do it ever again. I guess it was a higher dose.
Okay.
And I was tired when I took it. And I kid you not, I just kept laughing for no reason.
Nothing was funny. You're just laughing.
Yeah, I was just laughing. And
That'd be so annoying.
it is. Because for me, I like to have control of what I do.
So that's the reason I've never tried it, nor I want to do it, because I want to be in control of what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Right.
I want to experience things sober because through my eyes, that's how I experience things.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want a phone dictating, oh, you know, hey, I was here. No, I want to remember I was there. So
remember what I
you
did. Yeah.
that story.
Yeah.
And so when I took this, this is when we had our old setup. I was just sitting at the table, just laughing
For nothing.
Yeah, and May and Kaden would ask me, "Why are you laughing?" I was like, "I don't know. I just can't stop."
I think he was like crying at one point.
I was like on the verge of like breaking down, and I was just like, "I just got to sleep this off."
Go to bed.
I lay down. When I closed my eyes, I saw, at churches, the windows.
Yeah.
What are the stained glass windows?
Yeah.
I saw like that, like different versions of like stained glass windows, and then you know how like it's different colors and whatnot.
Jesus. Yeah.
The colors were like lights in Vegas, so it was very vibrant.
Okay.
And it would turn on and off, on and
This
off.
is when your eyes are closed.
This was with my eyes are closed, so I'm trying to sleep.
And you can't turn that off.
I can't turn that off. My eyes are closed.
That's trippy, bro.
So I was just like, dude, I just want to fall
Yeah, I'm not doing
asleep.
this again.
Yeah. I was just like, I'm done, because I was just like, this got me thinking about religion and stuff. And I'm like,
Get you too deep.
I ain't about that. Not right now. I'm trying to go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm not trying to vibe with this.
Yeah. So that was the last time I was like, I'm never taking edibles again, because like I said, I don't like to lose control
of your feeling and your
Yeah.
mind. Okay. Yeah, I don't like mind altering substances.
Yeah,
And that's why I don't really like
alcohol.
getting drunk.
Yeah.
I've been drunk twice in my life. I've been buzzed a couple times, but drunk I've never been.
Yeah, drunk, I've never felt the feeling, but I just like you said, I don't want to black out.
Yeah.
Because then what's the point of that? That's not fun.
Because then all your friends are like, bro, you were crazy.
Yeah,
last night.
you were
Yo,
crazy.
oh, cool.
Like, oh, cool. How great,
Yeah. You graffitied a billboard. Yeah.
And then, and people wonder why they like lose out on the relationships because they did something stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
all right. I got one final question.
All right.
You ready? It's heavy.
all right.
If you could play any sport
Ooh.
at any position at a professional level, what would it be? Why? And you can't pick volleyball.
Okay.
And I have an answer for I have what I think.
For yourself?
No, for you. I have what I
me.
think you would do and what position. I want to see how close I get to
Okay.
how well I know what you would pick.
Ooh,
You wanna
interesting.
text it down first?
I have it written in my phone.
You have it written? Okay.
Written in my
Okay.
phone. I'm ready, baby.
All right. So, let's see. So I would actually go with something very competitive.
Okay.
Just because I like competition. So I'm going to go with basketball.
Okay.
And I don't really know the positions for basketball, but I would probably go for point guard.
Is that because that's the only position you know?
Well, I know
There's shooting guard is power
shooting
forwards,
guard,
or center.
power forward. Yeah, I know those. I just know point guard
guard,
is
yeah.
basically the one that sets up everything.
Bro, honest to God, right? I wrote down in my phone, basketball, point guard.
Are you kidding?
Wait, I erased it. I erased it after I watched one of the podcasts where you talked about volleyball, why you like it because it's a non-contact sport.
Yes.
So I erased it and I went with a baseball pitcher.
That was my first thing. But the thing is, I was going for money. I guess I should, because baseball actually makes a
They make
crazy
bank,
amount
bro.
of money.
Bank. And I'm like, it's non-contact.
Yeah.
Right?
That was my second one. The only reason why I went for basketball is because basketball is always there whenever volleyball's around.
Yeah, it's an
So
easier
always-
sport to play. You can
Yeah.
go do it anytime. You can't go throw the ball by yourself. You need someone to do it in a team, right?
Yeah.
To play it. But you're doing it at a professional level.
Yeah, and
so
you
you're on a
said you're
team.
good at it.
And you're you're doing it at professional.
So-
You're being paid for it. So
Honestly, like people that play, if I was really good at
Yeah.
basketball, I would have shoes after myself. So I don't know if there's shoes after baseball players, are there?
not really.
So
But
that's
there's
why,
other fame.
you
There's
know.
other things, you know. But you're right, like the LeBrons, and
Yeah.
the Kyries,
And
and
that-
the
that
Donovan
stuff-
Mitchells. Basketballs, there's more after fame for it.
Yeah, and it builds longevity to your career.
Have you
So
ever seen him play basketball?
shoot around randomly.
No. He played at a tournament one time. I
It was
kid
a
you not.
church tournament. People were just like,
He
why
was-
is he making volleyball movements?
He was,
Sidestepping.
he was
going to
literally
set the ball.
setting the ball into
Bro,
the
muscle
hoop.
memory though. Muscle memory, like it gets sense.
I
right?
was dying on the sideline.
So I picked this because you are a very in control person.
Yes.
You like being in control of the game. That's why we're talking about alcohol and narcotics.
Yes.
I guess and so volleyball you choose setting because you are the playmaker, right?
I don't choose it. I chose
Did
to
you fall into it because of
I fell
your
into it
height?
basically.
Okay, and that's how I fell into playing middle.
Yeah.
You're tall, go stand there.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't want to play middle. You know,
what would you choose to play?
a setter. I'd 100% be a setter.
Really?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
That's interesting.
You carry so much though.
Well, no,
I didn't say
actually-
I'm good at it, but I want to do
actually,
it.
no. Like your set is more of a beach set.
Yes.
Yeah,
Would
I do carry it. And people are like, bro, it's carry. I'm like, okay, calm down. You double it. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to start picking on each other. Calm down. You know what I mean?
So why I chose setter? Like honestly, I would love a hitting position. It's just, there's so many good hitters out there, and with my athletic ability as
You
it
take
is-
what's left.
No, it's just like I'm not slim enough to do it.
Okay.
So I mean, if I slimmed up, I could probably get higher and whatnot. But as a setter, like you said, I do have control over the pace of the game.
Yeah.
And I do like that, but sometimes I feel burdened by that.
Okay.
And there's times where I talk to Daniel and May about this. I'm just like, maybe I'm doing it to myself, that people pass bad around me
Okay.
because
You expect so much from them?
it's not that I expect so
Yes.
much. I don't expect much. I expect you to pass.
Stop the cap.
Stop the cap, fam.
You gotta stop.
Okay, I do expect a dime pass.
Thank you.
Wait. When it's an underhand serve. When you're receiving
Yeah,
underhand
there's
serve,
no excuse.
I
At
expect
our
a
level
dime
we
pass.
play at, you not shanking
Yes.
underhand passes. Come on now, let's be real.
Now, I feel like I do it to myself that when someone gives me a shitty pass, sometimes I make magic happen. I just
Magic.
and I set a dime set, right? I set a dime set,
Yeah.
and they're used to that.
Yeah.
And so they're just like, oh, I'll just give Mark a whatever pass.
They won't try as hard to
Yeah,
get that pass to you
exactly.
accurately. Like, he'll get to it and make money happen.
Exactly.
So here's mediocre. You're the setter, do your job.
Yeah. So that's why I feel like sometimes I do expect more from people because I'm just like, hey, I want to get you to hit this ball. It's not about me.
Yeah.
Just make my job easier.
Yeah.
But I want to get it to you. But it's just like, here,
Yeah.
You know,
Here, do
you're-
something.
Take shit, make gold.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So I do like Setter for the aspect of you control the flow, but I don't like it because it's so much responsibility.
Okay. Fair. Thank you for coming to my podcast.
I appreciate you.
Questions with the real Drew Adams.
Yes.
Going deep.
Yes.
I could ask more questions, but I think we're at I don't know what your time is. So.
Oh, and I don't really have a time limit,
Okay.
but dude, you know, when you talk, it just time flies.
Yeah, you ramble.
Yeah, I see it and I'm just like, oh shoot, I got to get you home.
I have a kid to put to bed.
Exactly.
Your wife's
So-
about to beat you up.
We'll go ahead and go to the question of the day.
Okay.
And so the question of the day comes from Jacob at Zuleezy on Instagram. It's at XULEEZY.
Zulai.
But that Zuleezy is his Instagram.
Oh.
So this is funny because it actually goes into
May leave the podcast to Marc, please.
so this actually goes into something you're saying. So the question is, at what point would you know you are good at volleyball or any sport?
I feel like for me personally, an achievement,
Yes.
such as, okay, I've won a tournament, I got a sweatshirt. Won a tournament, got a little medal. That's someone saying, hey, congratulations, you beat everyone in your pool.
Yeah.
You are good at your craft.
Yes.
So for me, I feel like that's how you know you're good. Going to open gym, playing against people of your competitive level, how do you truly know where you rank yourself unless you play against people you don't? That's what's great about tournaments. You play people you've never played before.
Yes.
You don't know their tricks and stuff like that. Like when I play against you guys and May's back row and I tip that right center forward.
You know she's going to be there.
She picks it up every time. And then she just gives me this sassy look. I'm like, you know I'm going to do that. But when I play against other people,
And that's a fact.
they don't know I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
But she does because she plays against me enough.
Exactly.
So how do I know I'm good at my craft?
No, I guess
An
in general, but personally, you're saying
Some sort of award,
tournaments.
some sort of tournament, some sort of award stating, hey, you achieved this. You are good at your craft.
now, would you say there's a certain level you'd have to achieve that award? Like,
No, because you could be the worst player or the best player. You're playing against competitive parties. You're playing against the best or the worst of the worst. So if you're the best of the worst,
does that mean
Jesus
you're
Christ,
good?
Excuse me. What?
Does that mean you're good though? If you're the best of the worst?
At your skill level, yes.
Because say you
Not the best of the worst, but if you're in a tournament, you're playing in pools,
yes,
right? You're in open AA divisions, A divisions.
Okay,
So,
so-
you're all comparable A players. Everyone's an A player.
Yes.
When you win that, you are the best at those A players.
okay. So when you say tournaments, you mean ones that are ranked in a group.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Because you go to tournaments that there's no rankings.
Yes.
And you're playing people who've never played before. I played in a tournament where like we are far, like you won 25-4.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, bro, I
Yeah.
feel bad for these people. But at the same time, like they never played in
signed
their
up for
life.
it.
They sign up for this, but they've never played in their life. And yeah, you can't be like, oh, dude, look at me. I'm the best. Like you're insulting everyone.
Because that okay. So Forza had it separated through friendlies
And fanatics. Yes.
And so I wouldn't consider winning friendlies saying you're good.
No. But if you are an equal playing person to the friendlies, right? If you're a friendly player
Yeah.
and you won that, you consider yourself good, right?
I would okay because that's the thing. If you stuck to friendlies just to stomp curb
If
stomp
you win
these noobs,
7 seasons in a row, clearly you need to be bumped up to the advanced
but
player
some people
level.
do that. Some people did.
I think
that.
those people have ego issues.
That's the thing.
I
They
think
don't.
they have a.
they
I
don't
think
wanna
they
be-
have some sort of self-esteem ego
and they
problem.
they don't want to be put in their place in
Yeah.
the fanatics.
They're the I don't know.
And you know, sadly, you know, they stopped it. They stopped it before
They
I
peaked
could.
in high school and they never did nothing more.
Then that's what I, you know, sometimes I'm just like,
When I go and when I lose, there's something I clearly need to work on. There's a reason we lost.
yeah,
I need to work better at this.
Okay.
So you're trying to be better at your craft.
for me, personally, I don't know how exactly to answer this because I'll give a personal answer, then I'll try and generalize it.
Okay.
So for me, I think because I haven't participated in any tournaments except like the Forza League and whatnot,
Yeah.
and I've only won friendly, so I can't say that I'm like
We never won Fanatics.
we never did. So the
Dang,
thing,
you guys suck.
Bruh.
how they had good diggers. We were lazy. That's how. And
Defense wins championships.
yes, that, and I kid you not, I'm not the same player I was when we started. Like
You're not
playing-
the same player you were yesterday.
Yes,
Every day you're growing.
exactly. So you get smarter, you get better little by little,
Of course.
and whatnot. So I'm just like, but there's some people, that take a break and then they digress.
Yeah.
But for me, I've never really taken a break. I've always, if I'm not playing physically, I'm playing mentally. I'm going over things in my head.
Positions, rotations,
Mhm.
setting patterns,
Yes.
whatever it is. Okay.
And so honestly, I can't say that I'm good. I have to take others' validation for it.
You need someone else to say, hey, Mark, you are good at what you're doing.
No, I'm just like the way I feel they say I'm actually decent is if they ask me where I played for high school, where I played for college, and
What about if they actually play on your team? Hey, we need a filler. You want to set for us? Hey, we need a setter. Mark, can you set for us?
that
same
too
thing?
is that's another thing.
It's in a compliment in a way.
Yeah, it's a compliment. Like, oh, we need somebody.
Because you look around, and you're like, oh, there's 3 other setters, and
Yeah.
you chose me.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're picky.
I am very picky, and that's the thing because
At the people you play with or the skill level you play with?
People he plays with.
people I play with because I don't want to play with.
Is that why we
jerks.
never play together?
Oh,
No.
Bro, because we always play against each other.
No.
Except in that league.
No, we did play together on that one time, but the only reason why is usually I come in a pair.
You usually come with a middle. You usually come with a better middle. Let's be real.
No,
And you
I
don't need no
come with
middle.
I
He
come
usually
with
comes
the
with
barrel.
James.
No, but you're not obligated to play with me though.
But people don't see it like that. Most
Which is,
people.
I find
Bro,
very
how is
weird.
it? Can we rewind? Do we have a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's go back to Drew's podcast.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. How is it playing your sport, right, with your significant other? If there's tension at home, like you guys just got in an argument, like you take out the trash and blah, 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 and you go to volleyball, does that reflect onto the court?
It actually goes the other way around.
It fixes the problem?
No.
We don't. Okay, let me just put this out there. We actually don't fight.
Yeah, you're on.
Bickerments or arguments or subtle, like,
No, we have disagreements, but we've never had like
There's no like.
oh my god, you suck. I don't want to play with you, or like we've never had that.
okay.
Since day one of us dating in high school, we've never fought. Weirdly enough.
And
Respect.
The thing is, what they say with good relationships is communication.
Of course.
And so I voiced my
communication is
opinions.
key to everything. Yeah.
Mhm. So recently, now when we got into volleyball, when the way I say other way around is when she plays like shit sometimes.
She has never played like shit a day in her life, MarcLee. You stop that.
Why are you laughing? Can I point something out? Volleyball is actually not my sport.
Yeah. So she
couldn't tell.
I don't play.
I know, but you do it because you love Mark
yeah.
and you want to be together and do things together.
Yeah, it's just something that
You can do it together.
Yeah.
If Dallas played volleyball, I'd love that.
Uh-huh.
But it's not her sport.
Yeah.
it's-
And she tried. We tried. We played in a church league together. And I was like, I am too competitive.
Yeah.
And she would not be on par with me at the team we're playing on. So she'd get left behind. And I didn't ask her to play with other people.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Exactly. So you asked her to play with you,
Right.
But if it's a competitive thing, she can watch.
She can watch.
Or
I
stay
don't even
up.
like that. I don't like her watching. She makes me nervous.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I honestly, I actually started playing with Chema, not Mark.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mark was doing his own thing. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I'm going to play.
When
but
when I first started, like for the first couple of years, I would just go to watch him.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, as the time went on, Chema was just like, "Hey,
Yeah,
you
we
wanna
need a
play with
sixth.
me?
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
want to play?" And I was just, "I don't play.
Yeah.
Do I look like I play?" He's like, "Just hop on."
just hop on, whatever, try it.
Yeah.
But I never played with Mark on his team. I literally recently started playing with him when the pandemic started.
Yeah. And basically, I wasn't setting before the pandemic. I was actually playing different positions. I was playing outside. I was playing libero. I was playing middle. And
Middle?
yeah, the only reason is because at some of these places, I'm actually tall.
I can see that. Yeah, I get it. The picnic park volleyball. Yeah, I understand.
So that's why I was just like, okay, I guess I'll play middle. So the thing is, learning to play those positions actually gave me, what is that? I'm losing the word for it. Like I have
Come on,
understanding.
brain, think of things. Come on, brain, think of things.
I have a better understanding of what the position needs.
Okay,
So
that's interesting.
yeah.
I never played any other position than middle,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like
It's just
light bulb because like as a middle, you have to have a perfect pass.
yes.
To get your set the one ball.
Not when you play with me.
Okay. Yeah, you'll set it right on the tape and I'll get blocked. I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean? Like, I expect the back row and liberos to pass it perfectly because that's what I need.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't pass. I don't play back row. So
yeah.
I don't feel the stress or the pressure of a top spin coming in hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you got to play the position to the
yeah. So it gave me better perspective on like
of what they go through.
So this is what this position needs because it's all they all share a relationship. You know,
Right.
it's without a cause, there's no reaction.
Right.
So when I transitioned to setter, I was just like, okay, well, this is the type of passing I need in order to get this set to the hitter that hits like this.
Okay.
You know, and that's why it made me transition better in, I guess, I call myself a really gutsy setter because I'll set something that's
Risky.
Right. And the only reason why is because making that transition, I know how my hitters hit. So I'm like, okay, I
And
can
you
get it.
know the opposite team you're playing the defense.
Exactly.
Which I hate playing against you because the ball you're setting should be an outside.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm loaded that way, ready
Yeah.
to block that outside, and you make that gutsy set, and I'm like, bro, I'm 12 feet away from them, I'm not blocking that.
Yeah, and I just try, but that's also a double-edged sword where, like, you know, I force it, and then sometimes it's shit.
Yeah.
So
true.
it's a coin flip.
We went on a outside story there. Sorry,
Yeah, no,
sorry,
it's
Jacob.
Yeah, so
we were distracted from the question.
it was a good segue though. So for me, like I was saying personally, if people ask, like, oh, you know, because I've never played for high school, I've never played for college, but when they ask that, they're like, oh, it looks like you have some type of formal training.
Yeah.
And yeah, YouTube was my trainer, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I learned all the knowledge that I have from watching the people in the Olympics play. So that's how I learned rotation. Like, I didn't go
That's
to
a whole different level of watching volleyball.
Yeah. So I didn't go to the YouTube people that say, hey, this is rotation. I actually watched the USA team play and I wrote down where they were
watched
at.
them playing.
Yeah, I watched them playing.
Versus someone say, hey, play here, you're
I
this.
paused it. I knew what positions they were, but I paused it. And for every serve receive, I would write down where they were on the court. And then I started questioning it. Why are they there? Why are they here? Why are they there? And then I ended up, you know, that's how I ended up learning it. And so I could teach it really well.
That's how he beat me up on teaching me rotations.
Really?
Yeah. So that's the thing.
Horrible. I was crying all the time. Like every practice, I was crying in the corner. I'd be like, I don't want to play. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to Tokyo. I'm not like training for the
I'm not going to be an
Olympics.
Olympic player, damn it.
And then he would like get on me all the time. And I always would cry because he wasn't as hard with everyone else. He was training, but he would beat the living crap out of me. Like, just do it again.
Repetition.
Yeah, not literally, guys. I want to be here literally.
Pause. Time out. Not a physical beating, an emotionally traumatic beating.
Yes.
Exactly. Just emotional.
Him and
Doesn't
Daniel.
mean your wife cry, bro.
Him and Daniel would do that to me on a regular basis.
She cries because she gets stressed about it. I didn't force it, but then
You over stimulated her mind
Yes.
and she's stressed over it.
But the only reason
Horrible.
why I'm harder on her than other people is because she's a reflection of me.
Okay.
You know, as my significant other, you are the reflections of each other. So whenever people ask her about volleyball and she has the answer, where'd that answer come from?
You.
Exactly.
Or her own YouTube research.
Yeah, but she's never done it. I did the hard work.
You did the hard work. You just passed it on.
I passed it on because, you know, and that's the thing. This should be basic knowledge that every high school should be teaching.
Of the game.
Yeah. Because I don't know if you've seen the high schools here versus the high schools in Japan and how they play. They are on another level.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah.
So because they have criteria, they have what is that? Discipline. But here it's just like,
because they're put into high school expected to do something with it. They're expected
Yes.
to go to college. They're expected to play on national
Mhm.
teams. They're expected to make a career out of it.
yes. And here it's just like, hey, participation
Participate.
awards.
Yeah, here you're filling in. You're doing this to pass high school.
So now in a generalization, how would I know if you are good at volleyball or any sport? I would say if you have a deeper understanding, you know, and you could put that, in, you don't only practice what you preach, you know, or you practice what you preach. This is what I'm saying. You can do what you say.
Okay.
Or, you know, if you're older, you were able to do what you said, you know? So I would say that if you have a good knowledge and you could somewhat hold up that knowledge, you're pretty good. Because if you know what to look out for, you don't have to be the quickest person. You know, like I say for myself, you don't have to be the quickest person to get that dig. You just have to be in the correct spot.
So you have to know the game.
Yeah.
Smart.
So as long as you're smart, I think the smarter player always does better than the physical.
The knowledge wins. Yeah. I agree.
Knowledge wins more times than most than the most athletic player. Because you could be athletic, but if you don't know the sport, you don't know exactly what to do.
I feel that.
So
Good question.
yeah, good
Great
question,
question.
Jacob. Thank you. So on that point, we are gonna go.
What is that noise?
I know, what is that?
TikTok. It's TikTok.
TikTok challenge.
Everybody, TikTok.
What is that?
So I did get up the TikTok challenge from May from the second week. I am still.
I was waiting for that, bro.
I just posted it today. So I am getting because Chema's was actually pretty tough. I saw the one that I had to do, and I know the concept that I want to do now, and it will be up probably by tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
I just have to work that out. Yeah. So on that note, follow the TikTok on at ggMarcLee. That's ggMarcLee. And what do you got for me, Drew?
There's a TikTok trend where they put the phone down on the ground. And
Okay.
the camera's facing up. And they dance all around the phone, and their feet are doing all these like scaratic patterns.
And then they jump over it?
Yes, and they jump over.
Okay, I
you know what it is?
yes,
I'll
okay.
send you the one,
Yes.
and that's what I want to see.
Okay. Bam. So I don't know what the filter is called, but
I have it saved on my phone,
Okay,
and then I'll
cool.
just send it to you so that I have it on.
all right. So that will be the TikTok channel. At least that one's easy, dude. The one that Chema gave me,
It's a hard one.
woo.
Yeah, I know. I was listening, and I was like, bro.
Yeah. So I had to like work. I was like, do I have to do special effects?
I got to edit this thing, and bro, that's too much work.
Yeah, I was
No,
like,
this one should be easy. You just got to kind of dance around the
yes.
camera. So
Thank you for giving me something easy.
you're welcome.
But all right. Well, on that note, we have that TikTok challenge in the bag. Let me just make a note of it. Dance around the phone filter. I'm gonna be doing something different instead of words of encouragement. There's only so much I can write to encourage people, so I wanted to go ahead and have the professionals do it and try and do an inspirational quote of the day. So this one comes from the great, not late, still here, Michael Jordan.
The
So,
Michael Jordan.
The Michael Jordan. So don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid not to try. So I kind of like that quote.
That's deep.
That is.
Yeah.
You know, especially coming from MJ. You
You
know.
felt everything you don't try.
Exactly.
You'll never know if you can't do something.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't try it first, right?
Yeah, it's like they say, shoot your shot.
Yeah.
Because you never know. Or the one that they say where miss 100% of the
Shots you don't take. Yeah.
So
Ready, aim, ready, aim, ready, aim. Eventually you got to fire.
Yep.
Ready. You eventually have to
yeah,
pull that trigger. Yeah.
So on that note, do you have any shout outs that you want to give out to anybody?
You guys, thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for
This
being
was great.
here.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. This was fun. Thanks for
Yeah.
dealing with my crazy
No,
self.
Of course. And, you know,
You're literally the same person outside.
exactly. You know,
I have to keep 100 straight up. You know what I mean? Like, thanks
what
for
I
not
always
trying to
say.
cancel me.
No,
Thanks for not asking me those questions. Bro, did you really just say that on live?
and that's what I say, you know, like I want this to be a documentation of people who I knew in my life and whatnot. And
Real people.
yeah.
So other podcasts, they interview these high list celebrities.
Yes.
They don't live real lives.
yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, they live their real life.
Their real life,
Yeah.
which we will probably never experience.
Well, you know,
Like,
Fingers
what
crossed.
percentage do actual real people live?
yeah,
like
yeah.
that,
So,
though?
There's more jewelers in the world and volleyball players than actors.
yeah. So,
And
but
that's a
that's the thing, though. You know, like you're only the person who you display here.
Yeah.
You know, so if you are 100% honest, I can't say if they aren't or they are, but you know, you just reflect on how people see you here.
Yeah.
So that's why I try and always, like you said, be 100. So thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. So if you guys know somebody, or if you yourself would enjoy telling your story or just chatting about anything on here, go ahead and reach out to me with your info or the person's info by email at @podcast. That's MARC @gmail.com, or through DM on Instagram at ggMarcLee. If you send me your info or their info, I'll go ahead and, or if you send me their info, I'll go ahead and reach out to them. And if they're not local, I could do shows over the internet. The first internet show I'm going to be doing will be the 23rd of April. So that's going to be interesting. I've done it before with very little success, but hopefully, you know, this time around, you know, since it's only one person, it'll be better.
Good luck.
So the rebroadcast of today's show will be up on YouTube tomorrow at noon. You asked me early last week.
Bro, I was on at work. I was bored, right? I was on YouTube and I was like, I want to watch this podcast. I want to see my boy Chema, right? I'm like, I want to watch it. And it was like 11:45, 11:50. I'm like, bro, he hasn't posted it yet. What is this guy's problem? And I text you like right then.
It was like 12:15.
Yeah, you're like, it's on right now. I'm like, bro, I was just on. No, it's not, you dirty liar. And then I logged on and it's just posted 7 minutes ago. And I'm like,
So what I have it do is I actually have it set to post at.
so you
noon.
pre-edit it, done, ready to go, and then at boom, post. at 12.
Sometimes.
Okay.
You know,
Depends how lazy you are.
that, but now I actually have it's the same program, but they have this new feature, which, because I try and edit out the silences, right? Yeah. So
I don't have that.
so it's like
You gotta get the cricket, the chirping.
so it's one whole conversation.
No, smart.
Yeah, and it sounds
You don't
better
want
for
downtime.
audio.
Yeah.
You know, so they have this feature now that says find all the silences and delete them. So before I would have to do that all manually.
Right.
So now that I don't,
Bro, you asked me a question though, and I got quiet and awkward. And I just stared at the camera.
exactly.
It's gonna edit that out now.
No.
That made the podcast.
I keep the good silences.
I get it.
So.
No, technology. I don't understand
Yeah.
it. Don't worry.
So yeah, the rebroadcast tomorrow at noon at youtube.com/ggMarcLee. That's ggMarcLee. And for all our audio listeners, shows will be posted the following Friday at noon on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcasts. Just search the ggMarc podcast, and that's MARC. So on that note, thank you guys for watching or listening. I appreciate you all. And especially in these times, I'm wishing everybody peace, love, and sanity.